What's good, y'all? Y'all know I'm always eating or some shit. Good morning, y'all. I'm here to do a story time about the time. A story time about the time I was a side chick. Let me tell y'all what I'm doing right now. I haven't hooked this hookah up in years. And I set it up. And it's not really pulling. To be quite honest with you, I really only smoke hookah because I like to see a lot of smoke. I know it's weird, right? I got my scratchables. Loose Change. Merry and Bright. And the Hamiltons, bitches. I got my totones. Yes, bitch. What is life without totones? And today, I'm doing a taste test. As always, I have to apologize for my lighting. If y'all don't know the deal, my down, I don't know what to tell you. Just getting started, I need to invest, alright? I'm doing a taste test on the Bailey's almond milk. Can y'all see that? It says gluten-free and dairy-free, which is perfect for me. The other Bailey's is one of my favorite liquors. That should give me heartburn. I think milk in general just give me heartburn. Oh. I got my ice right here. It was melting, so I had to drink the water. And let's get this motherfucking party started. Alright? Okay. Okay, so hold on. Let me put this little horny bitch because she in heat. And she really fucking blowing mine. Say hi. Y'all see her? Nasty. Tooting it up. I'm losing some of my stomach. Make your butt look bigger. Anyways. So. Fake ass fucking hookah. Let me tell y'all. So, I was dating this guy named Jamaica. It's the first time he tasted this. It's alright. It's nothing to write home about. I can tell I'm not going to have like acid reflux or anything like I do with the regular Baileys. It's a soft drink. It's a nice little drink. It just tastes like almond milk. It don't taste like it has any liquor in it or anything. I don't know if maybe it's just me. Yeah. That shit ain't all that. So, I was dating this guy named Jamaica, and that's really what I call him, Jamaica, because he's Jamaican. And who knows, he probably lied about that shit. So, but I was dating Jamaica. When I met Jamaica, I met him when I was off from this guy that I used to date on and off. If you saw my video about how my ex-boyfriend used to kill me, that boyfriend, I was dealing with him. But me and him will be off for like 3 months at a time. We've even went a year. Another time we went a year and a half or something like that. Like, this is somebody, we couldn't just get each other out of each other's system, or however I'm supposed to say that shit. Anyway, so when I met Jamaica, me and old boy was off. And when I met Jamaica, I thought that we was really off, because it had been a while since I was dealing with old boy. So I thought it was like serious at the time. I thought it was like a serious breakup at the time. So long story short, when I first met Jamaica, it just seemed like he was really, really into me. Like, we just meshed. And it's at a certain point, it seemed like he was more into me than I was him. You know what I'm saying? So, he was coming over to my house. He was, excuse me, I know it's mad rude to eat and talk, but I'll be hungry when I'm doing these story time. He would break bread sometime. Not no real bread, but he was giving me money. He would look out. He spent the night. We was not using protection. So, in my head, this is like my little boyfriend or whatever. But I could not ever get over old boy. And old boy was doing me right. In every department when I first met him. Of course, later on, y'all learned the story about how he tried to kill me. So, long story short, that means this is going to be a long story. Me in Jamaica, I noticed about him that I never been to his house. And this is years later. I never been to his house. He supposedly at the time had 4 kids. That's what he told me. I never been to any of his kids. He had showed me pictures of them. He would never call me while he was home. Now, mind you, to y'all, that may be like, damn, bitch, how you ain't noticed that? But I've always had my own apartment. I've had my own apartment for a long time. So he would just come over and we would, time would pass and months would pass, a year passed or something like that. And it never really dawned on me because it was just like, oh, Jamaica's coming over. He had told me he lived with his aunt and I didn't really question it. You know what I'm saying? But after a while, it just came mighty suspicious that we've been dealing with each other for this long. And I've never met any of your family or your friends. You know what I'm saying? These are side chick red flags, y'all. So take motherfucking notes. So if this sound like your nigga, then homegirl, you might be a side chick. I don't care what you say. I don't care if I'm hurting your motherfucking feelings. You might be a side chick, right? Nothing. I taste it, but it's not coming out. Yeah, bitch. Boom, bye, bye, in that body boy. Yeah. Alright, so, anyway. After a while, I would question him or whatever. Me and him even got serious to the point where I gave him my key. Now, although he knew that after a while he figured out that I was going to be on and off with old boy, he never really cut me off for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just went along with it. If he noticed that I started acting distant, we would just kind of lose connection. And then if me and old boy was off, I would hit him up, or somehow, some way he would link up with me, and it just so happened to be during the time me and old boy was off. So, there was the biggest red flag that I seen was one Valentine's Day. Yeah, I know that this is the day when you find out whether you are somebody's girlfriend or not. All right? Oh my God, the bird's nest. So, one Valentine's Day. He said he was going to come over or whatever. I'm calling him. Everything was good. I'm calling him, texting him. Y'all saw that? He's not picking up. Another day go by. And I knew where he worked. So I had called his job. And I said, have y'all spoke to Lamont? That's his real name. And yes, I'm going to give him his fucking real name. Matter of fact, people knew him as Murder because he was so caught in jail for attempted murder or some shit like that. Alright, don't judge me. I dealt with him when I was younger. I don't deal with no jailbird ass niggas, thugs now, right? So, they like, yeah, he just left. So it just so happened right after I called his job, I think he calls me from a payphone or some shit like that, and he's like, "Oh, what's up? I had got locked up or whatever. The old got locked up story on Valentine's Day story. Now, at this time, I wasn't really that prevalent on social media. And you know how on social media, people be like, oh, the excuses niggas give to their side chicks. Oh, they got locked up or this is that and the third. I didn't know that was one of the main excuses niggas use for their side chicks, right? So I'm like, for real? So I'm mad salty. So he's like, oh, you want me to show you the paper and all that? He even offered to show me the paper. I was like, you know when people do that, you just be like, no, whatever. Can y'all see? My skin is peeling bad from when I went to Puerto Rico. So I was like, you know what, whatever. He was supposed to buy me like this big teddy bear and take me out and all this shit that he promised to do. He never did. And even when we linked back up again, he didn't make up for it. You feel me? So that should have been a red flag too. So, long story short, at this point, I'm really suspicious of him. Because I'm dumb. At that time, I was dumb. But I wasn't that dumb to remain dumb. I wasn't that type of dumb. So now I'm side-eyeing him. You know, we having fun or we doing whatever. But in my head, that shit was just too suspicious for me. Whatever. And I can't remember if I truly believed he was locked up or not. But I kind of was just like, okay, he said he was locked up. I have no proof of otherwise. I'm going to leave it alone. So, him and I, like I said, we would continue on. Me and old boy was off. So me and him was talking. And it was even to a point where I asked him, like, yo, what are we doing? Like, how do you feel about me? And like I said in the beginning, it seemed like he was more into me than I was to him. But after a while, the tables turned. It seemed like I was more into him. Or whatever. So, like I said, he's to spend the night at my house. He's to give me money. We wasn't using protection. One thing he never did is he never ate me out. And I'm really big on oral sex when I'm with a man. Like, you have to do it. But me and him was dealing with each other for so long, I figured that eventually he'll change his mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know them Jamaicans be on some, oh, we know nyam pum pum type shit and all that, whatever. So I didn't really make a big deal out of it. Because his sex was extremely good, so I just did not push the issue. So, one day I'm going into the club. This is 2 years me and him dealing with each other. Me and old boy was not really dealing with each other like that. So, one day I'm going into a club, and I'm on the train, and I get a text message from his number that says, who's this? So I'm looking around. I looked at my best friend. I'm like, why the fuck is Jamaica texting me, who's this? It's not clicking in the head, y'all. So I'm like, I text him back. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean, who's this? Whatever. I never got a reply back. So now I'm on the line to get in the club in Brooklyn. I forgot what it was called, but that shit used to be lit. It used to be open at 8 o'clock in the morning. So I get a call from a private number. And she's like, hello, is this such and such? And I'm like, yes. She was like, you know a dude named... I said, who wants to know? So she's like, this is... I don't know if she said her name, but she was like, this is Jamaica's wife. So I'm standing online... Back to being bootleg. Wait. I guess that'll do. I'm standing online and my heart is pounding out my chest. I'm like, Jamaica's wife? She was like, yes, me and Jamaica been married for 9 years. You telling me I've been dealing with this nigga on and off for a good 3-4 years? And he had a wife for 9 fucking years? 9, bitch. A 9 is a 10 to me. I'm sorry. This nigga been married for a whole fucking decade. She's like, I just want to know, did y'all use protection? So now at this point, I'm mad. So I'm giving in all the information. I'm like, no. I said, we did not use protection. She's like, did he eat you out? I said, no. He said he don't eat pussy. She was like, oh. As if she was a sigh of relief. If I told you I was fucking your man raw, I understand, but I don't understand that much. A sigh of relief as okay, so that means he only ate me out. Like, bitch, he is having sex with me without a condom. The fuck is you talking about? All right? Him eating me out without a fucking... Well, him eating me out is the least of your fucking worries, okay? So she's like, oh, I just want to know because I was looking through his phone and I see pictures and numbers from all these girls, and he even got a picture with a bitch that's in my house. I see my shoes in the background. I'm like, I've never been to your house. So she was like, oh. So she goes, what else did she say? She's like, oh, he just had a baby. He had the baby around Valentine's Day. Click. That's why the nigga was not with me, because he was in the fucking hospital tending to his wife while she was having a baby, as he should be. But who the fuck would have thunk? All right. So anyway, what happened? So now she's like crying, and you hear the baby crying, but she was like, yeah, the baby's only such and such years old or whatever. And I guess he was in the background. She was like, is that true? She's saying that, and he not saying nothing. All you hear him saying, yo, you know how these niggas do. They'll be lost for words and shit. So, she goes on to tell me that he was fucking with another bitch, and he was fucking with her for about 5 years. So not only was I the side chick, asterisk, I was not even the side chick. I was the side chick, motherfucker. He had a girlfriend. Basically, he had a wife and a girlfriend, and I'm thinking that, I'm his... No, bitch. My bad. Size limit reached. That's what she said. Y'all get it? Y'all get it? Anyway, so, what was I saying? I don't know what I was saying. But, I know I was in the club. Sorry, I got some allergies. I was in the club. And now I'm fucking crying in the club and shit. Feelings hurt. While I was on the phone, I was keeping my cool. But, long story short, like right after that, the next day or whatever, I had asked the nigga for my key back because he had the keys to my house. I had told her that too. She asked us, he be giving me money. I said yes. I was snitching, bitch. I was giving out all the information. So, after my key back, he was not trying to get my key back, taking mad long or whatever. We had got on the phone, and I was trying to question him about it, and I forgot what he was saying, but he wasn't really owning up to it. Basically, he still wanted to talk to me or whatever, and I just wasn't with it or whatever. But he ain't really pressed to talk to me because he know what type of person. He knows that I'm intolerant of shit like that. Because I had asked him. Matter of fact, that's what I skipped. One day, I had this feeling, like before all this shit went down, me and him sitting on the couch, and I asked him, I said, do you have a girlfriend? He's like, no. I said, you sure? I said, because I got this deep feeling within myself that's let me know that something's off. I said, what's your aunt's name? Mind you, this is years later. This should have been something that I should have been asked him or whatever. You know, this lace front, this piece right here, the hair on it on this side is like raggedy kind of. Y'all see the difference? Anyway, so he's like, oh, you're not gonna know the or whatever. He was like, why? Give himself time to think of a fucking name. He tells me the name Khadijah. So, fast forward, when I was online and his wife called me, she said, oh, he just had a baby. Her name is Khadijah. The nigga gave me the name of his newborn baby as his aunt's name. Okay? It don't get no more trife than that. So, like I was saying, nigga was taking me, I don't get my key. So he finally get my key or whatever. Snatched the shit. Wasn't trying to talk to him. I had ran into him a couple of times. After that, I act like I didn't see him. One time he really tried to talk to me, like, trying to have I was like, if you don't get the fuck out of my face, you fucking dog. Like, he was over there in the projects or whatever, and he kind of just looked at me like, oh, like, he don't like to be spoken to a certain way. But I'm about that life. Matter of fact, I missed a whole fucking important key part. Not too long after, I think 2 months after we stopped talking or whatever, I get a call from a detective. And they like, oh, you know somebody by the name of Murder? I'm like, yeah. No, matter of fact, I was like, why? They was like, oh, we see that he's been keeping in contact with you. And on the night that someone was murdered on such and such street, somebody was shot and killed. We see that he called you. I said, he couldn't have called me. I said, I haven't spoken to this man in 2 months. They was like, well, we see that he called you. I said, well, maybe I didn't get the call because I have not spoken to him. I should have did him dirty and said, yeah, he ran to my motherfucking house and he was all scary, but I ain't do that shit. I don't give it up like that, bitch. So, they was like, well, if we find out that you're lying, we're going to hold you as an accessory to murder. And this is no, I can't make this shit up, y'all. So, I said, okay, well, I'm not lying. So, you know my number. Like, what the fuck? You trying to scare me? I have not spoken to the nigga. Apparently, either he shot and killed somebody, or I don't know, he was involved in it or whatever. So not too long after that, he calls me. He's like, oh, what you tell the police? This is that and the third. I was like, don't fucking worry. Basically, that's what I said. And I hung up the phone or whatever. And then he made a fake profile on Kick trying to talk to me. I knew it was him. And then when I didn't want to talk, he was like, oh, you ugly bitch. I'll be ugly, nigga. Fuck out of here. I don't want you. Fuck out of here. I don't knowingly share dick. If I'm fucking with a nigga, I expect that I'm the only one fucking with him. And I know that's an unrealistic thing, but the minute I find out you actually giving out dick, you community dick, you got a whole fucking wife, a whole bunch of kids and all that, I'm not with it. One thing I'm not is a fucking side bitch. I'm not a piece of rice, or I'm not nobody fucking vegetables, bitch. I'm the motherfucking steak, alright? And you should think of yourself as a steak as well. So anyway, bust this shit. I'm on a dating site. Who writes me? Motherfucking Jamaica. I said, are you fucking kidding me? He was like, what you do? I said, are you fucking out of your mind? He's like, what do you mean? I said, yo, you talking to me as if you didn't do me dirty. He's like, what you mean? Playing that dumb shit. That shit gets on my nerve. A nigga can get further with me if he kept it at 1,000. After the shit is exposed, you still acting deaf and dumb? You a fucking clown. Nigga dead trying to talk to me or whatever. So I shut his shit down or whatever. Guess who writes me again? Him, right? But it's not him. It's his fucking wife. And apparently, she checked his account and all that extra shit. This was right after the nigga was talking to me. So that means she keeping tabs. So apparently when I was messaging him back, if she's on another device logged into shit or whatever, she's getting the messages back. So now she's like, oh, can you, she was like, oh, what's going on? This is his wife. She was like, see, this is why I never disrespected you, because I see how you talk to him and I can see you're not interested because you helped me set him up and this is that and third. She's like, oh, I don't know what to do. I'm like, this bitch want me to be her fucking therapist now? She want me to be her fucking, a road dog? This is years after the fact, y'all. I said, I was like, yeah, I'm not interested. I'm not interested in talking to him or whatever. That's one thing you ain't got to fucking worry about or whatever. So she was like, yeah, basically she wanted to set him up. So I'm writing him back. And like I said, she must have been logged into another device. So he's also getting the messages. So he logs back in and he writes me like, yo, what the fuck is you talking about? This is that and the third. So he's replying to me, but he's like, what are you talking about? Ain't nobody trying to do this and this, whatever. So I guess he didn't realize. I don't know if he could see the messages she wrote back to me. I don't understand why he wouldn't be able to see that somebody was writing me from his account or whatever. But whatever. Yeah, nigga trying to talk to me on a dating site. Then his wife come right behind. I said, these two idiots are fucking made for each other. Y'all like my Jamaican accent? Yes, I do it quite often. So anyway, that is the time that I was a side chick. I did not even fucking know. This is why you gotta use protection with niggas. This is why if a nigga tell you he live by himself or he live with such and such, don't tolerate that shit. Go to his motherfucking house. He got kids. You should be able to see his kids at least one time, nigga. Fuck out of here. I'm not trying. Oh, I'm not ready for you to meet my kid. I want to meet your kids. I'm dealing with a nigga right now. I have not met his son. I've been to his house though. I know he lives with his grandmother. So he's getting, I'm letting him slide with that. But there's something up with that nigga. And mark my motherfucking words. I'm gonna have a story time about this nigga. And he think I'm fucking playing. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him like a motherfucking dead dog in the motherfucking street. Because I gave this nigga ample time and enough motherfucking time to come clean if he's dealing with somebody. And according to him, he's not. But that's another story, y'all. Anyway, like I was saying, that is the time that I was a side chick. I want to thank y'all for putting up with me chewing in the camera, my bootleg hookah, this mediocre ass almond milk liquor. I didn't even play my scratch on. But stay tuned for more. I'm sorry I haven't uploaded in a while. I have trouble with my anxiety and it took me a long time to even fucking upload. But deuces, y'all. Like and subscribe, alright? Have a good day or night, whatever you're doing.